So folks, as part of political parties' manifesto influencing initiatives, Joy News, your election headquarters, in partnership with the Ghana Institute of Engineers, will be organizing a one-day national dialogue to engage with the political parties on the Ghana Institute of Engineering Manifesto series ahead of the election 2024 that is coming this December. And the objective is to get the aspiring state actors and national political office holders to be informed about the critical engineering needs of Ghana as we seek, or they seek, votes of electorates to enable them to occupy very sensitive offices. In the studio with me this morning is Engineer Kwabena Bingpong, President of Ghana Institute of Engineering, and Engineer Joseph Odei, immediate past Chairman of the Civil Division of Ghana Institute of Engineering. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
To set the ball rolling, what is the purpose or what's the intention behind this event?
Well, before I go on, I just want to make a small correction because we are the Ghana Institution of Engineering.
Not institute.
Not institute. And thank you very much for hosting us. Now, the primary purpose of this manifesto series, as you have mentioned, is to offer well-researched and practical policy suggestions to these political parties so that they can adopt and integrate them into their manifestos. And the recommendations that we are providing or we are giving to them is aimed at addressing progressive national issues, as you rightly mentioned. Some of them are engineering, but then we are dealing with national issues, sustainable development, and an improved quality of life for all Ghanaians. Now, we have specific objectives, and if you would want me to move on, we'll talk about the strategic objectives that we seek to, well, at the end of the day, seek to attain.
What do you seek to attain?
Well, they are, first, we want to influence public policy, because that is one of the main areas of our organization as advocates for public policy and sectoral reforms. And in doing this, we are providing an evidence-based recommendation, not that which is out of what we believe or what we think, but this is going to be what we have researched based on evidence. And then the second one has to do with promotion of sustainable development. We all know that we've signed up to the SDGs, and if you look at the SDGs, 6, 9, 11, and they are basically engineering issues. And when you have engineering issues, then you need engineering solutions. As engineers or engineering practitioners, we provide solutions.
Right.
The challenges are already known, or the problems are known. Now, the third one has to do with, as I mentioned, to enhance public discourse. We want the public, or to stimulate the public into knowing the issues which they have to ask our political actors, not based on the small monies that they give to us. But then we have to ensure that the discussion is based on policy, based on issues that bring solutions, or the solutions that we're looking for. And the last one that probably I might ask us to empower the political parties. There are some political parties which may not have the necessary wherewithal, and we are providing these alternatives so that they can add that to their own political manifestos.
So in sum, you want to influence the manifesto so that it's solution-oriented.
Exactly so,
Also
and
to
based on
support
policy.
the development agenda of
right.
Ghana. So what are the thematic areas for discussion, Mr. Odei?
Yes, we've selected 4 thematic areas. The first one is to look at management of urban spaces, and then the urban transportation issues. At the same time, we want to look at the artisanal and the small-scale mining, and then sustainable energy. So these are 4 areas we have really gotten experts to research into, which we are going to deliver. And
these experts will be there tomorrow.
Yes,
Any key people we know? Who are your panel? Who's on your panel?
They are engineers anyway.
Okay.
Yes, they are engineers.
Okay, right. And when is this event? So let's talk about when, where, time,
okay.
And who is invited. Okay,
so it's tomorrow, that's 20th, and to be at the institution, Roman Ridge. We're starting at 9. Every invitation is open to all, but we are also in partnership with Joy TV to be there to cover. And then we also will be streaming on all our social network platforms as well. We have invited all the political parties as well to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know the intention behind the event. We know the thematic areas. At the end of the day, at the conclusion of this event, how are you going to use these How are you actually going to use the solutions that you proffer tomorrow to influence the manifesto? What is the technical how?
Well,
to do that?
Thank you very much. The good news is that we shared these documents. It's a 100-page document which outlines, all the thematic areas that Joseph has mentioned. And we have shared with all the political parties and had a one-on-one discussion with some of them. So our expectation is that they will incorporate some of the ideas that we have already researched and written about into their manifestos. You see, one of the things that if you look at manifestos, they provide the broad strokes, in terms of the policy direction, in terms of a framework. But we are providing recommendations, specific recommendations. If it is about public transportation, there are specific recommendations. If it is about energy or sustainable energy, there are specific recommendations. So these are solutions which also are encapsulated in the National Development Plan. Because what we want to do is not for any government to come, and it doesn't matter whether it is NDC or it's NPP or CPP or any other. All we want to do is that let us follow an agreed development plan. They may have different ways of doing it, but we as engineers have always been in the background, and you know that if you are on the menu, what happens? You'll be eating.
All right.
So we do not want to be on the menu. We want to be in the kitchen. We are given the ingredients to prepare the meal, and we will be at the table of men to participate in the development of our country.
Very passionate.
Yes, very, very, very passionate.
I don't know if
it.
you mentioned already who's invited, or is it an invite-only event?
No. It's open
to all.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So, and this is a Ghana Institute of Engineering initiative. Do you have partners you want to acknowledge, or is solely your initiative?
Yes, our main partners are Joy.
Just as Joy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll give you 30 seconds or a minute each to speak directly to our audience and tell them why they shouldn't miss this all-important occasion.
Well, fellow Ghanaians, we know that when we talk about development, it affects you and I. And it is not enough to leave the political parties to come out with their manifestos and then do what they desire. It should be based on what we as members of this country, or those of us who live in this country, desire, so that they work for us. Because when they get into political position, we are employing them. So let us come, Jojo, let us think together so that we will tell them what we are looking for. The days when political parties were engaged in just insults and we want to find who has the loudest mouth is over. We are now going to vote based on issues, and we want them to come here or come to the institution and tell us exactly what they want to do. I know NPP has already had theirs, but then I see that it is a lie and want them to be part of this meeting. Okay,
Joseph. What would you add to that?
My president has spoken, so I think he's packed it also. Thank you very much.
And it's a free event,
yes,
it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you so much. And you heard the engineer Kwabena Bimpong, who is president of Ghana Institute of Engineering, as well as engineer Joseph Odo, immediate past chairman of the Civil Division of Ghana Institute of Engineering, for that event coming off tomorrow. I wish you the very best.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. It's not 10 o'clock yet, so please stay with us. We'll be right back.
On Tuesday, the 20th of August 2024, the Ghana Institute of Engineering hosts its maiden manifesto series in Accra, Ghana. The objective is to build consensus among our members, political players, and recognizable stakeholders on selected development themes such as management of the urban space, urban public transportation, artisanal and small-scale mining, and sustainable energy. All members, professionals, NGOs, and the public are cordially invited. Join the Ghana Institute of Engineering at this event coming off at the Engineers Center, Roman Ridge from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with live radio and TV coverage. The presidency is to be occupied, and the race can be impacted as every question counts and every answer matters. Come, let's connect, learn, and build consensus for national development as we enhance public discourses and empower political parties to develop comprehensive and actionable manifestos that addresses the real needs of the population. To register and make inquiries, contact us on our media partner, the Multimedia Group. See you there.